Hello, lovely people, and welcome back. As you know, that I've been covering this Ray Fisher story that has been developing, and today we have one amazing update in that Jason Momoa, who is undoubtedly one of the biggest stars right now with the DCU, has shown up in a massive way for Ray, and he has shown that he is standing with him. He took to his Insta stories and he's posted a picture of Ray Fisher back on that Comic-Con day. And he put there the hashtag, I stand with Ray Fisher. So, what a 48 hours it has been for Ray. And I think a bit longer as well. He went from being called uncooperative with the investigation to now Jason Momoa, who has $1 billion franchise behind him, standing with him, saying that there is something there. So do you all think that Ray is still making stuff up? I said before in my video, this is not a witch hunt. If there are apologies that are required, let them be made. Let there be justice, and let there be a workplace environment that is not, toxic, something that is conducive to people being whole and having good mental well-being. So this is fantastic. This is amazing, actually. And you know what? Jason Momoa has a project upcoming, and he has actually put those dollars on the line to say this. And Ray Fisher as well gave an update on his Instagram. He does where he goes live for the fans and keeps us updated. So I will update that as well. But he did say this on his Twitter a while ago. He said this before Jason came out. He said this, and I'm going to paraphrase here because sometimes YouTube tries to catch a few words, but I will say this. He says in his tweet that it really is a shame that Warner Brothers Pictures willfully chose to publicly undermine the seriousness of the toxicity that myself and others have reported to Warner Brothers HR and labor relations. They tried to minimize me as being an actor with petty creative differences. They failed. And a short while later, there comes out Jason Momoa in support of Ray Fisher. So jump in the comment section right now. Let me know what you think. And I would like to pose a question to you. For the people who are saying that, Ray was making this up, he was lying, on and on. If it had been an actor that you love, let me name, for example, a Robert Downey Jr., who came out and said that something had happened and he was seeking justice, would you have just as easily dismissed him? What if it was, just think about it. Put your favorite name's actor there in a hypothetical situation, and would that have been your gut reaction to say that you did not believe them? And of course, we want proof. He's saying that there is an investigation that's ongoing, so it is a moment for soul searching as well, for some people who were just immediately on him and without even taking a minute to think perhaps that there was something here. Why would Jason Momoa put his career on the line? He has a huge project coming up that was announced a while ago. So there's something here. It's gonna be uncovered. And I hope and pray for justice for Ray and anyone else who is seeking it at Warner Brothers Pictures. And let everything go ahead. And I hope they have that third-party investigator that is absolutely unbiased. So I will include here Ray Fisher's update. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. Thank you for choosing to support my channel. I love you all. Have a great day. As I leave you this clip, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.
Yeah, I'll try to keep you as posted as I can when I can. And there may be some times where I don't talk about the situation at all. I don't want my entire life to get absorbed by this, but this is one of my major focuses right now. Just because I don't talk about it doesn't mean that there's not work being done. Trust me. It's a pretty big undertaking, and we're sort of trying to untie a really tangled knot, but we're going to go ahead and get it done one way or the other. And I know there's some confusion out there about Warner Brothers versus Warner Media with respect to the situation. And what I have to let you know is that those are two separate entities. And one of the big issues that we had very early on when the third-party investigation was approved was that we were being told that it was approved by Warner Media, but then we came to find out that the investigation was being headed by Warner Brothers. And so we were getting a lot of conflicting and convoluted information that could create a potential conflict of interest in making sure that people are held accountable. So, we have Warner Media, which is a new entity that is owned by AT&T, and we have at our disposal individuals who are part of that company who can get third-party investigators who have worked for AT&T and not necessarily Warner Brothers, who are individuals that are completely impartial and have nothing to do with Warner Brothers. So that is my intention, is to ensure that because we have those people and those resources at our disposal, that we actually get someone who has had no previous affiliation with Warner Brothers. Because what we were made aware of from Warner Brothers HR was that this investigator that has been assigned has worked with them on multiple occasions. And so this is what ends up causing a conflict of interest. So what I am just making sure happens is that this doesn't just become a rushed investigation that they get over in a week and they say, okay, well, it was this person and that person. We're sorry. End of discussion. Because it goes much deeper than that. And ultimately, the investigators that you're talking to in these circumstances, they are lawyers, they are attorneys, right, hired by the company in order to collect information. So whenever you're talking to an attorney, whenever you're talking to somebody in an official capacity, no matter how nice they may seem, no matter what the situation may be, you need to make sure that you're protected. You need to make sure that you're not just going off telling them a bunch of stuff, because ultimately they and whoever may be on the Zoom call or interviewing with them as a witness to protect, the attorney side of things, whoever may be on that call, is ultimately, it ultimately becomes a they said, he said situation. So you need to make sure you protect yourself. You need to make sure you protect yourself and make sure you do your research. Make sure you do your due diligence, because one wrong word to the person that you're talking to, one misspoken sentence, and people can take everything you say, flip it on its head, and just run with it, right? So we're going to make sure that does not happen. We're going to make sure that people's accounts are thoroughly and fairly investigated, and we're gonna hopefully do a little good in this business. That is ultimately the aim here. So what I will say is thank you again. Thank you for letting me walk you through the process just a little bit. I know it's Labor Day, but since we're talking about work-related things, I figure it's in tune with labor. But as the process evolves, I'll try to keep you posted if there's any funky happenings. And the fact is it's a weird and sad thing to have to sort of combat it and go at it in this way. But unfortunately, this is how the business sort of works. Hollywood works in a much different way than in some ways a much different way, and in some ways a very similar way to other companies and corporations and things like that. So all that to say, we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep fighting. Thank you all for keeping the vibes positive. Thank you for everything you're doing for slowing and for your efforts for slowing and stopping the spread of COVID-19. Thank you for everything you're doing to promote justice around the world for people who may not look like you, who may not share your experiences, who may not believe the same things that you do. Because as I'm finding out every day of 2020, it's like we're all in this together, right? Anything could happen literally at any point in time. And the last thing I would want is for my time on this planet to be up and for me to not be able to say, listen, I tried my best to do the right thing, right? And that's it. I try my best. And, sometimes you succeed, sometimes you fail, sometimes you give it all you got, sometimes you're in the right, and you may end up losing the war, but it's certainly one that's still worth fighting. So all that to say, get out of here. Go enjoy the rest of your day. I will be on doing a little bit of video game stuff later on today at. It's going to be around like 7:30 p.m. I know that's a little bit later than what we usually do, but there's some work I got to catch up on and some phone calls I need to make even on Labor Day. But these things are labors of love. What I will say is I'll see you at 7:30 Eastern if you're into the video game side of things. If you're not, all good. I'll catch you here probably on Wednesday for about 5 minutes or so. And that'll be that. But until next time, my friends, peace. You know. You already know.